Hello, everybody. This is Statler. This is Waldorf.
Yeah, no,
Sorry.
you're Waldorf. I'm Statler.
Thanks. It's been so long, I forgot.
But we are old.
And you're on the other side of the wall.
Yes.
So if I can't see you, I don't remember who I am.
We're going live from our respective balconies due to the COVID lockdown and being
Exactly.
old with the lockdown extra. That's the extra lockdown.
Yeah. We've been kind of sequestered.
Yes. Unfortunately, we didn't have a backlog of battle reports to get us through.
Unfortunately.
We would have been 500, but you know.
Yeah. I needed to be locked in I needed to get quarantined with like 3 or 4 other gamers.
There you
go. Anyway. So today we thought we'd get online and just prove to everybody we are still alive.
Yes.
And
we are not a statistic.
And I still have my sock puppet. So we will go with we're going to take a look at the Giants supplement.
Yes, there be giants.
There it does. So based on that, we like you said, when this first came out, it was on April 1st.
Yes, it was we thought it was just an April Fool's joke, and I remember thinking to myself, who spent this much time on an April Fool's joke?
Right. And it turns out it kind of wasn't an April Fool, or maybe it was. I don't know what the background was.
It was the ultimate April Fool's joke.
Correct.
Yeah.
So this is joining the ranks of the unofficial editions that are not approved for tournament play.
Mukhtar and Asklanders. Unless your TO agrees.
The Cultists, I think, is the third one, right?
Cultists are the other one, yeah.
Okay. But anyway, so yeah, it's basically everyone has a giant now.
Yep.
Is the end result.
So yes,
a
lot of armies already had them, so they just basically added a giant for everyone who didn't have one.
When I first heard this, somebody told me to go look at this because it was out there. My first thought was, there's an actual giant book. That's going to be awesome. A giant army list.
That's what I thought. That's.
And I wish I gave the guy credit, but I didn't do my homework and look it up before this. But somebody in the homebrew actually did a giant army book.
Yeah.
So if you want to go look that up, it looked kind of interesting in my 10-minute at best review.
Interesting way to go.
Yes. All right. So giants. Let's see what we've got. And we're going to go. Let's make this bigger. Woo! A little too big.
Stinky foot.
That's the old foot of Gork.
It is. I still have that template.
Yeah, it was nice of you to buy me one too, right before that went away.
Like 6 months before the game went away.
All right. Scroll down through, and we're going to start with the Demon Legions have a giant for 265 points.
Yes.
And they're all right. The price range for giant. Giants stat lines are. Go ahead. Sorry.
There's a few tweaks in the points here and there, but yeah.
Stat line for the giant is pretty much on the same across the board for all the giants with the 7, 14, 8 discipline. So the whole stat line pretty much stays the same.
Right.
They all have the rage. They all have the giant see giant do. And
the difference is the giant see giant do, even though it's the same rule, it's different for every giant. So you have to read what it is for that giant.
Yes. And this one is the Mark of the Eternal Champion.
Yes.
And these are this giant gets the add-ons for the manifestation. It's pretty interesting. I think the segmented shell was the half wounds for multi-wound. Anyway. But that's the demon giant. Demons don't need a giant.
The demons, they don't. As an army add-on, I think this is kind of interesting. because they don't have a lot of I'll call them they have the characters, which are the big monsters, and they have the couple of upgrades, but they're not really a big monster kind of army. And with these you can add some big monsters to sit with your big characters.
It's a good point. Yeah, it's not bad.
And it's basically just a regular giant, and it's only real variants. I mean, it's got the big brother option, which I guess if you're playing demons, you'd always probably take that just to get the extra, resilience. But you get your manifestations. That's really the thing about it. And unfortunately,
your extra hit point.
Yeah, for the big brother. But I'm saying
right.
you pay for instead of getting extra weapons like you do with all the other giants.
Right, you get the add-on ability.
The add-ons are through the manifestations, which
right. Yeah. And the big brother thing, it's always it's a decent option if you don't mind having the larger base.
Right. And I said for this particular army, I think it's an interesting add-on. I mean, it could be anything, of course, with the Demon Legions. It doesn't have to be a specific giant per se.
Correct. Any model you want.
Yeah.
All right. Dread Elves got a giant, of course.
Yes. I got 3 of them.
3 of them?
They can have up to 3.
Oh, correct. I think it's 0-3 on almost all of them.
I didn't actually look. I just...
Demon was 0-3 as well.
Yeah.
These guys have the options of a club, whip, or a mask. Medusa mask. And he gains Killer Instinct.
Yes.
Giant club, same. Club, same. The model can cast Bewitching Glare, which is actually kind of nice.
Right.
Counts as having an additional full rank for Steadfast. Okay. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, there's a couple of giants out there that have a magic ability. This is an army that doesn't necessarily need that because it's already got units that do this. As far as you have magic ability, you got the Medusa, which has the spell and the fixed spell, and then you have the fast cav that have the magic. What do you call it? The champion. So. The
conclave.
Yeah, and you already have 2 solid, I'll call them mid-tierish kind of monsters in the army. So I don't know if this thing does anything for this particular army.
Yeah. Rolls for the charge range of other friendly giants that are within 12 of one or more with the whip are subsumized to maximized roll. For other friendly, not yourself.
Correct.
That's odd. Okay.
It's a way to get your Krakens into combat, I guess.
I guess so. Yeah. Although your giant won't go with them.
Yeah. But I think I'd rather have another Kraken. Although this thing is a lot cheaper, so there is that.
It is $265. With the whip, it's $295. But of course, then you're talking about 5 strength 5 attacks, which is no giant club.
No, it is no giant club.
All right, so that's the Dark Elf giant. And the dwarves. This was interesting. The dwarves got a giant.
If I was to pick an army that should have a giant that didn't have one, I would probably pick the dwarves.
Because they have no monster?
Well, I just think of giants and dwarves. I don't know why.
Really? Okay.
Well, maybe it's because I always see that Bones giant dwarf model looking thing. And they're all Norse. Most giants are like Norse designs. Storm giants.
I've always thought dwarves would be the last army with a giant.
Oh, okay.
A dwarven hatred of giants thing. Anyway, fantasy related background for me. These are only 250, but they're slow. At least the advance move.
Yes,
they do have the triple march.
They do. Clearly, he has a club foot.
And he's got an extra point of discipline too.
Yes.
Which is kind of very interesting. Otherwise, the stat line is pretty much the same. Let's see. D3 stomp.
Yeah, he's got less stomps.
Yeah, because he's not as big.
Right. He's got a club foot.
I think they do something in here that says something not quite. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Club foot.
He You only pick up 1 foot really high.
Okay.
Or he falls over.
Yes. He's a dwarf giant.
He doesn't get hatred and sturdy.
You can give this Giant of the Deep. This gives the thing a shield and the wall of iron, which is the Deep Watch rule.
Right.
Isn't that the 5-up shield wall all the time?
I believe so.
Okay. So you got a 5-up giant with you've got a giant with a 5-up ward save in combat. Aegis save.
Yeah. But he's still only with strength 5 attacks and D3 stomps.
He is. The other option is the Giant Seeker, which turns him into a Seeker, giving him Fearless and Unbreakable, and a 6-up Aegis save.
Well, it just gives him Fearless and Unbreakable, right? He doesn't become a Seeker.
Well, it says right there, model gains Aegis 6-up.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of, when I said makes him a Seeker, just...
Oh, okay.
Those are the 3 things he gets out of that.
Yeah. The Unbreakable's nice, but he's not fighting any better.
No, he's still not a good fighter. And less defensive than the Giant of the Deep.
Yep. So, and not an army that really has a problem holding things up.
No. Anyway, interesting choice.
Yeah.
Again, I picture giants as being the dwarven enemy, not the friend. So
okay. Yeah, it's fluffy, but I don't see. It seems to be weaker than anything else you'd want to take in the army.
And now we have the Imperial, the army that in the old game actually started the giants, right?
Yep. Well, the original giant model was kind of in like Empire regalia with the poofy pants and everything.
So this guy, standard giant stat line. What are his choices? He gets a big fan of Suna, which gives him battle focus and fanatical. Oh, the fanatical. So he dies at the last thing. This is where he always. I think this is the rule where he always strikes, no matter what. I really should have done some research on this. Would have been nice. Or
Go
ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, or he can carry around a volley gun.
Yes.
Oh, that's interesting.
Well, the volley gun's interesting because he gets a support rule.
He gets what?
The support rule. He's a support unit.
No, he is.
Yeah.
He's a support. Okay. That's odd. So the support unit means he can be issued commands?
We can give commands him, but he can do... Well, I guess because it's a volley gun, it doesn't matter.
Volley can't stand and shoot anyway, so...
Yeah, he can't do the stand and shoot support option, so...
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway. But a giant carrying a volley gun is interesting.
Yes. That it is.
Just for comic relief.
Yeah, what happens when it misfires?
He takes wounds.
Yeah.
Or it pops like the anyway, can't fire no more.
I wonder if you have a what do you call it, an engineer around, if it still works. You can build like a little platform on his head and have the engineer on it.
Actually, yeah. It says it's an artillery weapon. That's actually a funny question.
Yeah.
Does an engineer help it? I'll have to look that one up. Then we can get the Highborn giant.
Yeah.
The elven, high elven giant.
This is an army I see. No, I don't understand. That makes the least sense to me, or the elves.
Fluff wise.
Yeah, fluff
makes the least sense to me.
Yeah.
Giant club. He gets a bow.
Hey, it has martial discipline. Don't forget that.
That's pretty good. What's he get? A bow or a lion cloak and an axe?
Yes.
The bow gives him it's a bolt thrower. So he's walking around with a bolt thrower.
So
that's not bad at all.
With a bolt thrower.
Not a
volley gun.
Not the Reaper bolt thrower where he's got the choice of how to shoot it.
Yep.
But he does carry around a bolt thrower. Otherwise, he replaces its light armor with lion's fur and gains multi-wound 2 versus large beasts.
Yeah, for the lion cloak.
So wow, that guy becomes a mean monster killer, doesn't he?
He's still strength 5, but yeah.
That's true. He's still yeah, because he's not getting the great weapon. It's not a great weapon. So he is still strength 5. That's too bad. I was going to say, for a minute there, it looked like a real killer. Large beast and large cav. And
it'll definitely hurt, I'll call it monster side, with large items, like ogres and stuff like that.
No, doesn't care about ogres. No multi-wound against ogres.
Multi-wound against large beasts, large and cavalry, and
this reads, remove the and that reads better. It's against large beasts and large cav or gigantic. These when it says large and beast, it means it has to have both these in the tag.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
So the object has to be large and beast.
I see. So it's like critters then.
Correct.
Okay.
I mean, there are some.
There are.
I mean, the I don't know of any right off my top of my head, like the
Corcodans and things like that.
Corcodans. Okay, maybe. I'm not sure if they're beasts or not, but against the larger things in the demon army are definitely all beasts.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, strength 5 though, kind of.
Well, a lot of those are either resilience 4 or 5, so you get a better chance of getting the wound through. Of course, they tend to be armored pretty well too.
Yes. Well, no, nothing in the demon book's armored.
No, the demon's not, but
armored well anyway.
But a lot of the large cavalry is.
Yes, large cav and the strength 5 just not going to cut it.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not that bad. I guess the ogre cav is 3 up armor.
Yeah.
So it goes to 5. Yeah, that's not terrible.
It's not terrible.
Of course, it's tough 5 as well. So
yeah, especially if they go first and cause a couple wounds on you.
All right,
but I don't think it's a good add to the army. So.
Yeah, Kingdom of Equitaine.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me correct myself. There is one army that has less business having a giant than elves.
Come on. Kingdom of Equitaine needs a giant.
Yeah.
That's an army with no monsters.
Monster mode myself, unless it's being ridden by a knight in shining armor.
He gains the blessing.
Yes.
That's why he's a little bit more pricey, $295 at his base cost. He can get a giant club. He can be a serf, help him be reversed, or a knighted giant.
Yes. You actually have to pay for being a serf.
What's that?
You have to pay, I guess, because he gets the Vanguard.
Well, and he becomes insignificant.
Yes.
An insignificant vanguarding giant.
Yes.
You get to use any knight's leadership that's within 6 inches of you, although you already have an 8 leadership, so it doesn't much matter.
Yes.
Because knights are at best 8s.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I'm not quite sure where that comes from. Anyway.
He could be knighted, but they don't give you a horse. It'd be better if you had a horse.
He could be knighted. But he loses the blessing if you give him serf.
That's true.
That's unfortunate.
You pay for that.
I
want my knight giant with my devastating charge.
Yeah, that's it. Gains light armor. So now you're a 4-up armor giant.
Yep.
You have devastating charge and swift stride.
Yes.
It's actually not bad. Of course, it could cost 365 points or something.
Yes.
It's rather pricey. Devastating charge.
You'd rather have that or a wedge of knights.
Can you use multiples? Can he join a unit and lead the charge of a unit of horses?
I would actually argue that I think is good for the army. This guy
is good for the army.
If you feel it, because at least once he gets into combat, he's going to keep fighting. That's
okay. It's something that grinds.
something that grinds, and he charges at strength 7. So
He does. AP4.
he's the same speed. He's only an inch slower, and he's got swift stride. So
Yeah. It's charging at strength 7. Of course, the orc and goblin giant charges at strength 7 as well, by the way.
Understood.
If you got a club.
So basically, you'd be trading in your Grail Knights or your Questing Knights or your Pegasus Knights for this guy.
Yeah. I don't think that's happening.
Yeah.
Oh, well. The Saurian Ancients. What do they have?
So this is an army full of monsters getting a humanoid monster, which, from a fluff perspective, I don't care how they talk about it.
Yeah, you could.
I think I put a different dinosaur model to represent it.
That's what I was about to say. You could probably just pull out a random dinosaur model and throw that in there. He can be, what does he get? First, he gets cold-blooded.
Yep.
So at 8 discipline looks much better now.
Oh, yeah.
He is mind-linked, which means he can be cast through. That's actually interesting, but whatever.
But not worthwhile.
It's 5 points less than the club. The club is always a fantastic option.
Yeah. Not only it has a shortage of mind link options.
Pet salamander. Does this mean he has a pet salamander?
Yeah, it's an upgrade.
Okay.
I wonder if you have to actually have him holding the salamander and petting it.
Modeling this would look fantastic.
Yes. He wears it like a hat.
Oh boy. One shot.
He gets the salamander shooting attack is what he gets.
Yeah. So. Wow. Okay.
Once again, the giant club is the best option.
Yeah, I don't know. I like the pet salamander.
I like it from a modeling perspective. I don't see the point of it.
Yeah. Anyway. Here you go. Your army gets a giant.
Yeah.
No, look, there it is.
That's what it should be.
Oh, it was so big it took up a whole page.
Yes. You have to have special rules.
Standard stat lines.
It does have feigned flight, which is interesting.
Universal rule gets feigned flight. That is interesting, actually.
Yeah.
Huh.
So half unit.
And he's a light troop.
Yes.
What is that? Wait a minute, what does a light troop do for you?
Well, you get your reforms
as opposed to pivoting in place freely.
Exactly.
Okay, perfect. That's different. You can get a sapling bow for 25 or a bone break dance.
Yeah, the sapling bow is just like the high elf one. It's just a bolt thrower, which is, for an army that doesn't have any war machines, I guess that's helpful.
Yeah, and he's under 300 points that way.
Yeah.
Okay, or he can get the dancer thing. He can get +2 offensive and defensive weapon skill, +1 AP and lethal. Yeah, big deal. Tap dancing, 2d6 +2 to his stomp attacks. Yeah, okay.
Because I think he still has D6. So yeah, to me,
the twist thing might come in handy, but that's about it.
Yeah, I think sounds like a club to me.
It just sounds like a giant club to me. Yeah, because you don't want a 300 point over 300 point, just under 300 point model shooting as a bolt thrower.
I don't think so. I think I'd rather have short range treemen doing a strangle roots.
So you're not going to add giants to your army?
I guess it's a fluff, but yeah, I don't see this being a better choice than the other things that the elves have.
You know what this does allow? The local game group with Ben Jones and Joey and those guys,
right,
used to run a Dragon Wars game every year at
Right.
a local game store. And every army had to have a dragon, and there was a generic dragon rule made up for every army.
Okay.
I guess now you could do Giant Wars, where everyone has to take 3 giants, or maybe even say 2 or whatever. So because everyone has the option now.
Yes, that you could do. Once again, the Sylvan elves really rely on their special units to fight.
Yep. So it's good that you take points away from those with giants.
Yeah, it's kind of like the equitaine. You desperate. So what you'd be giving up is probably more important.
Yeah, it wouldn't upset me.
Yeah. Would you rather have a unit of war dancers or that giant?
I would rather face that giant any day.
Oh, blade dancer, sorry.
Yeah. Vermin Swarm. They have the Verminous Giant.
Now, these guys I could see having a giant. They kind of already have one, but
the
abomination.
Abomination is much better than this giant.
Yeah.
Giant Agents, Rage, Big Brother, Living Bomb, Big Sneaker. All right. Big Sneaker gets a distracting hard target.
Oh, wait. Look at his leadership.
Oof. Oh, I didn't notice that stat line change. Yep. Huh.
What was his cost?
265. Same.
Okay. All right. Just checking they didn't give it a discount like they do with most stuff in this army. So he does have courage.
He gains Brood's courage.
Yes. So he's still an 8 or a 9.
No, he's not. He gets his own ranks. How does?
Yeah, but he gets the generals also.
He gets his general's leadership plus his ranks.
Yes.
So he gets no bump in leadership. You can't have ranks of giants.
You can't. No.
And you don't add ranks to the general's leadership before he passes it out. And I don't think it goes at your base leadership. He passes his base.
Yeah.
So
the base is 8, isn't it?
Who?
The Lord depends which guy you take, I guess.
Yeah, I think there's 7. 7
you take that big rat demon. I think he's an 8.
The demon's a 9.
As a 9? Okay, there you go.
Yeah. But
this is the way to keep your rat demon alive. You take a whole bunch of giants to protect them.
Okay. maybe that's it. So I don't think that rule does anything at all for him, to tell you the truth.
Let's take the rat demon.
Even so, I mean, the demon's within 18, and he's going to take the general's leadership anyway.
I understand. I'm just saying, but that's how you feel this guy. Rat demon, 3 giants.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying that rule doesn't help him at all.
No.
Unless I'm missing something.
He does have safety in numbers.
Okay. Wait a minute. I didn't look at this. Maybe you can take units of them. Nope. Single model. Okay.
You know, 1 is the loneliest number.
It definitely is. He can be a big sneaker, which gives him distracting, hard target, and poison. Actually, that's not bad for a Strength 5 monster.
Do you have to model him with Nikes or Pumas?
I would hope so. Distracting, hard target. That's actually not a terrible addition.
He's harder.
Whoa, what was that?
Did
you go away?
Freaked out for a second.
Okay, yeah, that's what I heard.
I'm
You
still
go
here.
too. So, okay. Harder to be hit and gives you poison and has poison. That's not bad for Strength 5.
Yeah,
anyway.
Strength 5.
Only Strength 5 though.
The living bomb.
Equitaine would live in fear of this guy.
The living bomb?
Yes. 2d6 toxic attacks, everything within 6 inches.
Do you have to get models of Scarlett Johansson or other Hollywood starlets to come up as
Yeah, I get it. That just kind of like that joke. Kind of bombed.
Yes, so has the name.
Yeah. Like I said, 2d6 strength.
Toxic attack.
All units within 6.
Yep, within 6 inches. Yeah, you definitely want him blowing up.
And That's interesting.
I'm pretty sure dwarves wouldn't like him very much either.
No one would like him.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Or WDG wouldn't be too happy him running in the middle of their army.
Yeah. Why not? Vermin needed another toxic attack somewhere in their list.
Exactly. There's not enough of those.
Undying Dynasty.
I was surprised they got one.
They kind of already had one, didn't they?
Yeah, they got the Colossus thing. So
right. Discipline 8. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, he's got a rester, whatever it is, raise value.
Yes.
That's what's different up top.
And he's unbreakable. He's got dust to dust.
Dust to dust, fearless, undead. Okay. What does he gain? A bone chariot.
Yes. Is he riding it or carrying it?
Or he is the chariot.
Yeah. So, I wasn't sure about that part.
I'm going to say he is the chariot.
Yeah.
He gains harnessed, impact hits, following additional model parts, and 2 crewmen. 4 strength 4 attacks with bows.
And 2 bows.
Oh, and 2 bows. Okay. 2 guys with 2 attacks each. Yeah.
You're training that for a club.
I don't know. That might be worth it.
I'm taking the club.
Are you?
Yep.
2 bows, 4 strength 4 attacks, and D6 impact hits.
Oh, I didn't see the impact hits. I'm sorry.
For the cost of your +1 strength, +1 AP.
Yeah, for the impact hits.
That actually might be worth it. We're taking this seriously, which is bad. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah. We'll stop at the.
We'll stop after the next one. The next, this guy gave the other option.
I would argue semi-too.
The other option gets you lethal strike, magic, and poison. No, 5 attacks, lethal. Okay.
Oh, we get paired weapons too. For 60 points. Wow.
You get paired weapons?
Yeah, up on top.
Oh, and paired weapons. Oh, okay, so he gains +1 attack.
So
and ignores parry. +1 attack and ignores parry, right?
Right.
Makes the poison and lethal a little bit better, except if you get poison, you're not getting lethal. Because you're not rolling to wound. Anyway. No.
Not at 60 points.
He's got a club. He's got a club or a chariot.
Yeah.
The Vampire Covenant Giant.
That one I don't think is a bad one for the army. They just don't need it because they already have the Colossus.
Correct. And a couple other things. So
yeah. And of course the Sphinx and all the other things. But yeah.
Yeah. So the Corpse Giant. Corpse Giant gains Ashes to Ashes, Fearless, and Undead. He can become a Barrow Giant.
Yes.
Or a Ghoul Giant or a Zombie Giant.
There you go.
No Giant Club option.
No Giant Club option.
Oh, so bad. Okay. Barrow Giant, he's definitely out. Halberd, multi-wounds 2 versus standard and standard.
Well, he's +1. I mean, it gets +1 strength for the Halberd, right?
Yeah. Never mind.
So he gets the club strength bonus.
Okay.
Multi-wounds against standard.
Which is characters, pretty much.
Pretty much. But yeah, it's only 30 points.
Yeah, I guess that's not as bad as I thought it was initially.
Yeah.
The +1 strength I forgot from the Halberd.
Right.
Okay, +1 strength, +1 AP. It's a club with a little bit of a bonus.
Right. You're actually getting the bonus for free.
Against standard. Yeah, multi-wound 2 against standard.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Ghoul Giant gets poison attacks, and actually I like this a lot. He's only strength 5, but he has poison attacks and the Unholy Appetite. So unless I'm completely off, that's the hatred in the second round of combat if you caused a wound.
Yeah, I don't remember the rule, but okay.
A
Yeah.
giant with re-rolling his hits in the second round when he's already wounded.
No, I'm saying I don't remember the unholy appetite rule, so I'll have to take your word for it.
Don't take my word for it. I'm completely wrong.
Okay.
I'm just counting on being completely wrong on that one. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's what it is, though. We're going to go with it is until somebody can prove me wrong.
Well, if you can keep them alive and healing them, that's actually pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's going to be wounded most of the time.
He'll be wounded most of the time. Rerolling, he should be causing a wound every turn because he's stomping or doing something.
Right, right.
Anyway. And the zombie giant gains stubborn. Holy crap. Its reanimation score is set to D6 plus 1.
Yes.
Wow. That's actually interesting.
But he's a one's weapon skill.
Okay. I mean, is that really that worse than 3?
It is, because everything's going to be so much higher than him.
I mean, it really doesn't make a difference unless their weapon skill is, 5? You have to be 4 better than him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or better with reflexes. Lightning reflexes.
Yeah. Still.
And what's he going to hit with a 1?
I mean, he's hitting, unless you're weapon skill 5, he's hitting you on 4s. Same thing he's probably hitting you with if he's weapon skill 3. My opinion, at least. You know, there's not a lot of stuff that's weapon skill 5. Even those, correct. He hits 1 worse, but he's he's terrible at that point. You definitely don't want him hitting things on 5s. But the reanimation value, he's stubborn, and his reanimation value is D6 plus 1. So
I think you're
he's growing back.
And growing him back, yeah.
Anyway, makes him interesting at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think
this is one of the armies that if somebody could have a giant, why not these guys?
Correct. Wow. And that's going to do it.
Yep, everybody else has got them already.
Warriors of Dark Gods already have one?
Yeah.
Yes, because it can go with the barbarian.
One that can join the barbarians.
Got it. Yep. All right. Actually, I'm kind of interested in this. All 3 of these undead giants actually kind of interest me.
3? What's the third one?
The barrow giant, the ghoul giant, and the zombie.
Of these choices, I'm sorry. Okay. Not of armies.
No, I'm saying all 3 of their choices in this army interest me.
Yeah, I think this is the most interesting of.
I mean, the barrow the least so, because it's just a glorified club. It's a club with a bonus.
Yes. And their upgrades are not expensive.
The ghoul giant with unholy appetite. That really kind of interests me. Poison attacks. Yeah. Anyway, whatever. They're giants.
They're giants. And it's an army. You can do some interesting things with it, I suppose.
Yep. All right. Well, that's going to wrap up the giant book.
Well, so just clarifying again, these are only supplemental. Maybe somebody had too much time on their hands.
You know what? I think I may organize on a game day a Giant Wars.
I think that'd be a fun way to use. Probably the only reasonable way to use this. I think that'd be a fun way to use it.
And I think I would require every army to run 2.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
I'll talk to the club and see what they want to do, because that's actually could be interesting, because now we have an official ruling for all of them.
Right.
Every army has one built in already, so you don't have to make up anything.
Exactly.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah, I think that's kind of a way to use this, is just as a fun game day kind of thing that's not too competitive.
Yep, maybe that will break the coronavirus lock in with a giant tournament.
There you go. Maybe that'll be the first post coronavirus tournament.
I'm gonna have to look up that one army book the guy did in the homebrew section for giants.
Now, I have to say, while I think this is fun and all, if they were going to do this, I would have preferred they had just done a giant army.
Correct.
Like the guy did.
Yeah.
I think that'd be more interesting to be able, from a modeling perspective and even from a game perspective. You don't have to have all these variations. Just having a giant only army, I think that would be, maybe with some small things added, but
what does the stat line look like on a general of a giant army?
Exactly.
+2 attacks, +2 wounds.
Yeah, +1, +2. Just depends how far you want to go.
You got to have heroes too. Come on, make room. Of course you have to.
You can just have one. I mean, you can keep it simple, one character level.
Right.
Have a lord/hero, and you have a mage thing, and boom. You just take giants and maybe some kind of, like I said, some kind of monstrous beast type of thing as pet dogs, and you're in good shape.
Yeah, and you've got these already carrying weapons. I mean, like bolt throwers. So
exactly, you just have some option. You add an option for a food option, which would be just rabbles of people that have to move as fast as they can away from the giants and get impact hits.
Wow.
Have quick
Maybe
fun.
not.
But yeah. No, I think it would have been an interesting little addition to, if they're going to do these supplemental armies. I think to me, it would have been a little bit more interesting. But I think this gives you a fun thing to do when you got people together. You just want to do something different.
Yeah, I think it would be fun.
Yeah.
So, all right, that's wrapping it up for Giants. We're done with Giants.
We're done with Giants.
Have fun.
Till next time.
Bye.